Yo, shouts out to everybody that's tuned in. Y'all already know what it is, man. Another edition 1634. Slide over under the line. You see it, man? You see it, man? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Technical for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's the boy Moe DaVon, man. We live at 1634. You know what I'm saying? We got the boy New Zealand
What up,
in the
dog?
building. And we got the motherfucking goat in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody who you with, bro.
J Nutty. The real J Nutty.
The real one.
See, it's a lot of
I
J
am
Nutties.
legend.
It's a lot of J Nutties out here that you know.
Yeah, it's a few.
Niggas always call themselves J Nutty.
It's a few. I started something.
Say your ways,
For
man.
sure you did, man. You know what? Hey, man. First of all, let me say.
Let me say this. The only other nutty I approve of is Lawson Nutty. They from that way, so they approve their fish.
Well,
And I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with the school crab nutty.
let me say this. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor, bro, to have you sitting right here on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's just an honor, bro. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I remember being a young guy following y'all guys, man. And, you know, of course, everybody know the famous line, wait until J Nutty get out. And it was always like, who the fuck is J Nutty? Who the fuck is J Nutty? So I want to ask you, bro, because we go start all the way in the back, you know what I'm saying? Start back. What was it like to be away? Because we're going to talk about you being away, but what was it like for you being away, but constantly hearing your name?
Damn. Nobody never even asked me that. Nobody never asked me that.
I mean, I'm just saying, I think all along that's amazing to me.
Yeah, and I agree. It is amazing, but nobody never asked me that. That kind of like caught me off guard. But it's kind of like gift and a curse, bittersweet.
Okay.
You gotta, you know, especially when around that time I was popping, I was in the state.
Mhm.
You know, a lot of people don't know I went to the state first, and then I ended up going back to the feds. So the state though, we in Michigan, and guys is coming in, and officers coming in, and they like, you ain't J Nutty for real, is you? You really him?
You really him?
The officers like, we fuck with that shit, we rock that
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So that part of it was kind of bitter, because they rocking with it, but
Yeah.
they out there, and they still treated me a little bit different.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you had some.
I had a little
celebrity
juice. Yeah,
status.
gave me celebrity status. It gave me some juice,
That's what's up.
which always helped. You
Yeah.
in there.
Hey,
I was able to eat.
for the record, how long was you gone?
Altogether, it was 7.5 years.
Man.
How long you doing the state?
Two years and 2 months.
Oh, so you did most of your time in the field.
That's what's up, man.
So
That's what's up.
But before you went in, you was fucking with the music and shit, all right?
Oh yeah, I've been fucking with the music.
So you already had somewhere like a little buzz before.
Oh yeah. I already had a little juice, but and not just for the rap. I'm like a lot of our, now I ain't toot my own horn, but I got like a whole thing before I was even rapping. I was, my neighborhood was already kind of like famous for, the Pony Boys come directly from my corner. You know what I'm saying? I come up under some of the original Pony Boys, and I was their little homie, before I even touched the sack. So my neighborhood was all, Woodrow Wilson was already popping. A lot of people don't understand, don't know. If you ever go back and you read the YBI book and he tell you about somebody walking across the Highland Bridge, Highland and Woodrow Wilson, I stayed right on Highland. I was the first house that you come to when you come off that bridge. But he talk about it in the book about meeting the guy and the guy bringing him a briefcase and it was $50,000 and them boys was doing like $70,000-$80,000 a day right over there in that area. So when he talk about that bridge and he talk about that situation, well, that's one of my right hand man's uncle that was making the drop.
Oh shit.
And I witnessed them drops happen 40, 50 times a day.
Hey man, hey, let's throw it up, dog. Cause this guy right here, he jumping right into the Detroit history.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? If you listen to me, you know I talk a lot about Detroit history, dude. And you know what I'm saying? You took it all the way back to the book. Like, yeah, he was talking about us in the book.
We about to get to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna get to it for sure. For everybody who don't know, who's tuned in right now, man, you know what I'm saying? We sit here with the legendary J Nutty from the legendary group Rock Bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Legendary.
How does that feel though, bro? Like for real, people calling y'all legends.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of I'm a street nigga first, so I be modest and I be humble and don't take to me what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, our neighborhood was popular, so we always was in
That
motion.
was-
We always had heavy motion. I mean, a lot of people, they don't even speak about it a lot.
So that shit kind of like.
So it's kind of like normal, I can just go all day, but that's kind of like normal because like even at 10 years old, even at church, my mama told witness, I was reading on like a 11th grade level.
Right.
So I was doing sermons and everything back then. So it was kind of like I was always like the little popular guy.
You always was
he
good
can
at
rap.
getting
He can,
attention, huh?
yeah, he can rap. Yeah, a little bit.
Right.
I said that. He can rap. He can flip. He carry a knife. And he sit up there with the shirt and tie on for his mama and get up on the stage, on the podium and preach or converse basically. But I was reading on the 11th grade level when I was like 10 years old. So I'm kind of like used to it, but on the rap side of it, it's kind of a bittersweet thing because too, I'm a street nigga first, and sometimes in the industry when you gain that fame and that notoriety, it's hard for a person to walk up to you and say the famous line, "Well, I told y'all niggas wait J Nutty get out," and you don't really know him. He's just a fan of what that was and that movement and who I am, and he want to give me 5, and I don't know if it's.
Hey, look, I got a question for that because look, you know what I'm saying? I was locked up and shit. You feel me? I was in a situation where it was people I ain't know talking about free Zeke. That's what my people know me as. Free Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of times, like, fuck you talk about freeing me? I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's kind of like because even though you don't even might not even look at it like it was much or like nothing. It's somebody that's on the sideline that's watching and admiring your style and your swag and your steps.
Yeah.
Even if you not when you just doing what you normally do. Your everyday. I can go back when I was a kid. My everyday was watching them guys pass that briefcase was kind of like it was an eyebrow raising to me. So how you move, it might be a kid or somebody younger. Like I like the way dog move and just admire that from afar. Might not ever get a chance to say it to you.
Right. That's some real shit.
Hey, so shouts out to the First Lady C Styles in the building.
Hey, yes.
What's up, C
Hello.
So, first of all, let me take you back, man. You know what I'm saying? Jason, J Nutty, what everybody, well, we know they know you from Woodrow, but like, the world, what school did you go to, you know what I'm saying, shit like that?
Oh, you know what? You waited on it. You got some good questions, man. Nobody asked me these questions.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Stewart Elementary. That's right there on 14th and Glendale. It's tore down now. And then after, I went there from kindergarten all the way to the 5th grade. My sisters went there. My brothers went there. My whole family went there. My whole neighborhood went to that school.
Word.
And then Herc went there. His sister went there. Kool-Aid, the comedian, rest in peace of Kool-Aid, he went there for a minute. So, a lot of people went to the school, but after there was Longfellow, the middle school.
Word.
Right there on 14th and Buena Vista, between Buena Vista and Tyler. And then after that, I went to Central.
Word.
Oh, no, let me go back. 6th grade at Longfellow, my father told me that if I didn't, if my grades wasn't right, he was going to take me out of there. So my grades weren't right in 6th grade, and I went to Hampton. And in Hampton is where I met Beretta and Swifty.
So how long were you a rapper though? How long when you remember started rapping?
To be honest, really writing my first rap, I was 14. That was my first rap, and that was against Rocky Bad Daddy, MC Ace.
Shout out to my man, Lacey.
Yeah.
So nigga Lace.
He was MC Ace, and that was my first rap I wrote against him because he used to be tearing Central Lunchroom down.
Did he?
Yeah,
Hey, Lacey be up here, man. He be talking too.
Yeah, he do. That's what he used to be
I-
telling me too.
you know what?
Like, nigga, you don't know who I am, nigga.
Right.
You better ask about me.
Right. Bullshit. Rocky Bad get it. Honesty from him, the talent, everything. Lacey was a little bit more to me, to be honest. She a girl, yeah.
Fact.
But he was a performer. He was a LL Cool J back then. He put on a show and he would move around the stage, and he had songs recorded. He had stage presence. He had a lot of shit that I learned from. I'm gonna be honest. Him and Hurt was a group at one time. People don't know that.
Damn, I ain't know that shit.
Right.
No, Lacey laid down. Lacey make sure we know.
There was a group at one time, Hurt and MCAs, and that's around the time that my brother was running around with them, and he like, you can freestyle, man, but you gonna have to get you gotta. So one day he took me to Central, and he made me walk home from Central, so that was like probably a mile and a half, and he made me listen to Hurt and Maggie Mag freestyle back and forth. They did it the whole way there. And I could freestyle, but I couldn't go too long, for messing up.
So you looked up to them guys.
I looked up to them. I ain't gonna lie, I admired. I mimicked a lot of their characteristics. I liked what they was doing. I just put my own touch on it,
Word. So, when did y'all become a group? When y'all start rapping together?
So, before the bottom, it was me, Hurt, Charlie Picasso, and Thrust. Rest in peace, Thrust.
Shout out to Charlie Picasso. I keep telling him I want to interview just off his name.
Yeah, Charlie Picasso, that's my guy. Me and him were best friends for a long time. But we was a group before we got with Rock Bottom. But like I said, it was Hurt and MC Ace, it was Hurt and Thrust. I might not be doing it in the right order. It was Hurt and Thrust, and then Hurt, Thrust, and my man Knock Capone. Knock was rapping with them. They was a group. And we was the Woodrow Rats, and the Rats stands for when we was younger, it was raw ass teenage soldiers, but then when we started rapping, it was Rebels Against the System. We was kind of like political. Because that's in the era of the awesome dread.
Hey, somebody just said that's rats.
Right. So we had to stray away from because the word.
Yeah.
But we was known in our part of the hood was like we was the grimiest. So they used to be like, that's the Woodrow Rat niggas.
Right.
Them boys, but it wasn't a rat like snitching. So we kind of like strayed away from that. That's Charlie Picasso was Charlie Rat too.
That's who that was?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that.
People saying Rat. We had to go, so he, he an artist, so he changed to Charlie Picasso. But we was like known as the grimy, so it wasn't for the snitch part.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Thrust, man.
Rest in peace to Thrust, man.
I had the privilege and honor of meeting Thrust a few times away from music, away from rap. And he just used to always talk about y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? You know how you open up a conversation about rap, and then he just started like, yeah, Hurt, my man, we go all the way back to Blase Split Boom. And it's like, you know how you could, you could believe him or you could choose not to believe him. One of them type of deals. But I didn't really know who Thrust was until he passed.
Yeah, see, Thrust was Thrust was a pioneer. Thrust was one of the first person that helped me get started in shit. Hurt and Thrust, well, MC Ace, I was mad at him because he was tearing the lunchroom down, so I was gonna get him. I wrote that rap, but Hurt and Thrust was like, yo, they had songs, man. They got some songs, and Hurt still got all this shit, but they got some songs where they did that. Back then, they had a song called "Give It Here," and they had a song called "I Thought You Knew." Man, them boys Hurt and Thrust did. Yeah. And I was them the songs that made me want to be a part of the group. When Hurt was like, if you serious, go ahead and write it. We doing a song called "Coming from the Road." If you serious, go ahead, write.
Right.
Right. So I went and wrote. That was the first time that I really wrote. But Lacey just was this verse. Just talk some shit. Well, this one I really wrote for real.
Word.
And killed it. killed it.
Did you fuck yourself up?
And that's what, yeah. And
so when did you like started like getting some notoriety? Like, okay, J Nutty cold. Like that nigga cold.
Well, I'm gonna be 100. I got a cousin, recipes to Coach E. Coach E's been saying this since day one. He always just said, he's like, you better than everybody, dog. I want to hear you do a song with Scarface. You remind me of Scar. You cold, dog. You like Scarface now, the Ice Cube mix. You can't. And when he was saying it,
tell a story like that.
It was my cousin though.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't understand. It might just only be me. When I hear a compliment like from a family member or something, I just feel like that's automatic.
Yeah.
He been saying this since day one, and you better than them, man. Jay, you know what I'm saying? So he always had that boost of confidence in me that I didn't even have back then.
Word.
And then when Herc and them stamped me in, me and Charlie Picasso was already best friends because it was Herc, Charlie Picasso, and Thrust. They was a group I wasn't a part of. And then I did a song coming from the road. But me and Charlie Picasso was in Central, and he was banging on the tables while I was rapping. We was freestyling then after Lacey had graduated. He gone now. It's for the new throne. We going for the throne. But it was Chris Bud, recipes of Chris Bud and Black Bill on 12th Street. They was on the same level as MCAs. They had songs done. They was doing ad libs and they had tapes out. They had tapes up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had none of that. I just was freestyling. And them boys was Chris Bud and them too. I studied some out of them. I studied some out of Awesome Dre and Detroit Most Wanted and the Box. I took a little bit of all that shit and just tried to wrap it in one.
Hey, look, I got a question, man. So like, through your travels throughout the rap game, I just want the rap game. You hear me? As long as you've been dealing with it, what is like some of the most like fuck shit you had in common? Like, you don't want to say names like that straight. You get what I'm saying? But because what I want to know, I want to get like a heads up. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you saying a heads up of what could come?
Like
for
like,
another artist.
Right.
I had an event going. This was the weakest shit to me, and it hurt my heart. Made me look at the person different. I had an event going, and I offered the person more than what they would have got paid to perform normally. I was, they was at the point they was getting $1,500 a show or whatever, and I told them I'd give them $2,500, but he had to do a versus, and it was gonna be a versus for my birthday. These two artists who had multiple hits, and they well known.
And it was been good.
It's good. Just doing it for the culture. It was just for the culture.
Yeah.
And it wasn't we weren't gonna say who was a winner. We weren't gonna do none of that. It was just like they was doing in New York, because I was throwing those battles. I had Stretch Money versus Mike Bite. I had Seven the General versus Big Gov. I had P-Dot versus, I can't remember who was P-Dot. P-Dot versus somebody.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Who else? Somebody else versus this one was a hype one too. Motown Ty against Doughboy Clay. And them boys singing R&B. I didn't think that they shit went up. And so the people that I asked to do this was a beautiful lineup. I was doing Seven in General. I mean, not Seven in General. I was doing Gino XO versus Jay O'Neal next. And they was the follow-up. I mean, it was going to be on my birthday. And normally if I ask these dudes to do a show, or they do a show, I'm hearing they getting paid $1,500. One of the dudes. I mean, both of them get paid $1,500, but one of them might get more.
Yeah.
One of the dudes got on the phone, we put the shit up on the internet, and it took off. That this what we was about to do.
This about to be a for show turn.
And they just was crazy. Everybody went crazy. This bitch jumped up to 10,000 likes in about 2 hours. Like, this is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And they got calls from people who I ain't gonna say bigger than me, people who had more cake than me and had bigger eyes than me too, you know, seeing something. So they told him, fuck that. Y'all might not need to do that with J Nutty. Y'all might need to do a bigger venue. So one of the artists was like, yo, this shit done got out of hand, and now people talk about it, making me a possible 10 ball. You was gonna pay me $2,500. Oh yeah, I don't know. We gotta hold on, cause that's the place that you got it at is too small. The excuses came. And I'm talking about I like this guy. Genuinely like this guy. You know what I'm saying? And you like, yeah, your venue might be too small. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. What we gonna do is we gonna go ahead and do it at the Garden. We got people putting up the bread for us to do it at the Garden, and we just gonna let you eat off the after party. How you gonna let me eat off my idea?
That shit sound crazy. That shit sound crazy.
So I don't really kick with that guy like that no more in business like that, because we could have always kept making money forever, but one of them was kind of like, damn dog, like Jay man, dog saying we can do this and we can do that, and because the phone started ringing. And other promoters who already got their name on them promoting was calling in. Ready to fuck J Nutty, cut him out. We gonna do it at the Garden. And then J Nutty get the official after party and he gonna eat. No, dog, it was my birthday. Right. I don't got time to watch the dough. I ain't got time to do none of that.
Enjoy yourself.
Yes. And that was something that I wanted to see. But that was like one of the most hardest things I ever seen. That. And then I seen Herc had said something on the song before, and we was in New York, and that's when we was the Rats. We was in New York with our managers, and Herc, we gave some dudes a demo tape, because we was down there shopping our demo. And we was hitting the labels, we was hardcore with it. Herc still got this footage. We all in the Stapleton Projects, we all on Staten Island, we all over there. We done make Ghostface Mama, and we all up in the projects. We don't know a soul. We just parked and got out and walked in the projects like, yeah, this is what we doing. We done, we rap, we from Detroit, blah 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 blah. And we left them some demos. We left the guys some demos. It wasn't the Wu-Tang guys we left them with,
but they
type. We fuck with Killer Army for that day, and we hung out.
Killer Army was big out there.
Yeah, they was big, and we hung out that day. We ended up going to trying to go catch up with Method Man somewhere, and it was like a little event that we just out of Clearwood, we just pulled down. We ain't had no destination, we ain't had nothing. We just had the labels, the addresses, and we had our whole bio in the little envelope stamped with our label on it. We was the Rats then, the Rebels Against the System, and one of them tapes that we gave them, one of my favorite artists said Herc line bar for bar verbatim, the same exact way he said it.
What, on they shit?
On they shit. Like about a year later.
What rapper, bro?
About a year later.
What rapper?
It was Cool G Rap.
He said Big Hurt. Damn, he said Big Hurt shit.
Word for word.
Damn.
We like, dog.
But Great
Minds. He's one of my favorites. Great Minds think alike.
Yeah.
But I done heard somebody say something like, I just said a rap and another rapper be like, dog, I say something similar to that. But nobody ever had a rhyme or a line the same exact as me in my lifetime. Not one person. I don't know no one person say, man, I say that's the same thing. It might be the same scheme, it might be the same pattern.
Right.
Nobody ever said the words how I said the words exactly like that.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about it was like a 4 bars, like a
so look,
about 6 bars.
So I got a question. What had stopped? Why Rock Bottom didn't get to that point? Like,
well, hold up. You move a little bit too fast because we ain't even got it to when they became Rock Bottom.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I want to know, like, I see all y'all kind of grew up together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at some point, I know y'all was formulating some type of rap group. You know what I'm saying? Like where did Rock Bottom come from?
Well, originality of Rock Bottom came from Raphael Howard. That was his idea, his vision, his label. And I'm a speed through it, but Rock hurt my sister, my older brother. They sisters all went to Central in Longfellow. So when we started rapping, and Rock had this vision, the whole vision was Rock wanted to, instead of like Master P produce, how Master P was producing everybody from his hood, Rock was saying that we got people like that from Detroit that we can do like P doing, but we gonna just do it from different areas of Detroit. So that's when it was Blackface, he was from Brightmoor. And then me and Herc was from Woodrow. And then Tango was from Dexter, which is Babgate, and Cash was from Highland Park. You know what I'm saying? Ride. And then Screwface was from Joy Road. And then we had Flame, he was from Van Dyke. And then B-Boy was from Dexter. You know what I'm saying? 7 Mile Naturals.
It was from everywhere.
Boo and Pug. Rest in peace to Boo till he passed away this year.
Rest in peace. 7
Mile Naturals, Thug Crashing and all that. They was from 7 Mile. So Rock vision was I'm gonna put all these groups together and do 2 or 3 compilations and then put everybody out individually as a solo artist. And then he came over. We was already the Rats.
For real, push that P shit.
But we was already the Rats. Me, Hurt, Chuck, and Thrust.
Right.
And Rock, he came over and hollered at her one day, like, look, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. I want you to, Big Ace told me, I gotta come get you. And it just so happened I was over her house that night. And then Rock, he was like, you don't remember Jay? I'm younger than him. He's like, yeah, that's Carla and Harold, little brother. And then he's like, yeah, Herc like, shit, you're proud. And Rock's like, real? Go ahead, spit something. I spit something for him. And he, then he's like, oh shit, I need y'all on this compilation. So me, Herc, Chuck, and Thrust was actually as a group on the first Rock Bottom compilation, plus the dude Chris Bud that I told y'all about from Central was on there. And everybody was on that. And then that was from the bottom up. It took off from there.
Man.
It took off from there, and then that's when Rock, he already had Tango and Cash. Screwface was already down from Joy Road. And then we went, and Herc, I ain't gonna lie, Herc picked Blackface. I was picking Cheddar Boy and Malik.
Damn.
Because they was the 7 Faces. They was a group. A lot of people don't know that. Cheddar Boy, Malik, and Blackface, and they had to do like Whiteface too. It was like they was the 7 Faces. Malik was I think Permanent Frown. He was a face, and he was Anguish. And then the other dude that song I'm a Cheddar Boy Baby was Permanent Frown.
Okay.
Yeah, they had different names. Yeah. They was 7 Faces. But anyway, we went to go see Blackface perform and Cheddar Boy Malik perform that night. And Blackface did Know the Gang. And that nigga came out there when he got ready to perform. I think we was at Ebony Showcase. When he got ready to perform, he came out there with a red blazer on, with some white slacks and some red gaiters. And performed Know the Gang at Ebony Showcase. And put on a fucking show.
He did his motherfucking
thing. And Herc, like I'm telling you, he hit. But I liked his angles because he had a lot of energy. I was energy back then. I was amped up.
So look, we about to take a small break. Play some music. Switch y'all. We got Jazz Go to Child in the building.
Get her up in here.
Get her up in here. Hey y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. We live with the legendary J Nutty.
Told y'all niggas. Told y'all niggas wait till J.
Get out, we cutthroats, contact you for your cutty, get out. And we real hot, we wait niggas, y'all deal rock. Puffin' the gans, I stay blowing like Jill Scott. See, I'm back to get what's rightfully mine. I'ma either get it right with these lines, and either discharge these rifles and nines. Then it keep the sounds like my time.
Stand on your shit.
The blood on my life. And I rap
No, stand on your shit.
No hesitation. And I'm building out the whole federation. I'm a street pharmacist. Hit me if you need some more medication. See why niggas copping pieces of station, making statements back to the basics. It's the way we got to their faces. Cause I'm sick of niggas rapping this fake shit. Hurt time up, torch blood. Yes, I get back to the basement. Rock bottom is the name of the clique. The airport too high, so I'm hopping on the train with this brick. Still thugging with my thing on my hip. Got hollows with your name on the tip. And got products that's taking the stick. If I get caught up, I'm taking the fifth. And still then I'm on the grind, nigga, breaking up bricks. Niggas know, ain't shit to explain. This is gangsta zone. Only real niggas get to remain. Fuck it, I feel like opening up shop. Niggas mad cause we rollin' with rock and they on the air, rollin' they rocks. I know they feelin' bad, open it stop, cause we no longer open up spots. They still on streets and open up blocks and each his girl with these streets I own. He who thinks I'm wrong gets his seat stick on. Flip flow, quick with the burn, get blow, still quick with the gun. And I spit flow as sick as they come. Rock bottom got the game locked down. Got them scared to say our names out loud. They know the things come out. But listen, don't want no trouble, say that. Y'all only thugs on AJAC, better lay back. Or I take great passion, great happening, action, we live it. Y'all rapping, we did it. I throw caps to the front back and you throw back and fit it. I'm addicted to the streets, cop work, back flipping in the week. Now it's TV, stitched up in the seats. Rock bottom, that's the name of the clip. The airport too high, so I'm hopping on the train with this brick. Still thugging with my thing on my hip. Got hollows with your name on the tip. And got products that's taking the stick. If I get caught up, I'm taking the fifth. Until then, I'm on the grind, nigga, breaking up bricks.
Niggas know, ain't shit to explain. This for gangsters only. Only real niggas get to remain.
Y'all ain't got no shit.
Stop lying, I got mine. Got workers posted on every corner like stop sign. Fuck a Glock 9, I'm taking niggas out with grenades.
Got the place around it
Like a crack house in the rain. And guess what?
Even if you got on the vest up,
It's useless, I'm
bustin' that you got from the
chest up.
Nigga, I don't bust in the air. When I squeeze the trigger,
I keep moving like I'm puffing the square.
Real killers, if you bluffing, beware. Got your son for ransom, blindfolded, handcuffed in the chair. If I say jump, my dudes gon' leap. Cruise your street, murder your whole family, won't lose no sleep.
You gotta play
Bottom rules, don't cheat. Used to be the king of the throne.
now you about to lose your seat.
First of these niggas from out of town thinking about selling here. Try that, and doctors gonna be working on them yelling clear. Bottom, that's the name of the clip.
The airport too hot, so I'm hopping
on the train with
Huh?
this bread.
Classics that'll never, ever go
Yes.
out of style.
Yes. Hey, shout out to everybody that's tuned in, watching and listening to 1634 the podcast with the boy Moe DaVon, and now we got the host in here, Jazz, the Golden Child.
Baby with the legendary J Nutty. My check.
There
With
you
the
go.
legendary.
The legendary.
The legendary
Hey,
J Nutty.
Nutty, how old were you when you dropped this track?
To be honest with you, I was young. I was fresh out the first time, so that was
How old about it?
The 2000s.
I was 19, 20.
Dang. So I want to know
Fresh
what it
off
was
the
like.
porch.
I want to know what it was like
No,
to,
wait.
you know, I guess back then when you was doing a song with Big Herb Gangsters Only, it was like I'm doing a song with my homeboy, it ain't a big deal, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, looking 10, 20 years later, the song is legendary. You know, did you have a feeling? Did you see it?
Well, her probably don't remember this, but in the beginning, I gotta give him his credit. Trick birthed that song. Okay?
Word.
Shout out
Damn,
to
I ain't
Trick
know
Shout out to Trick Trick.
Yeah,
Shout
I'm
out
giving
to her.
y'all some history. Trick birthed the song. Trick had the beat. Trick, you remember, you know, Maestro did the song. I think he did that. DJ Maestro had a studio. He had just moved into a house and his equipment was all messed up. And he was like, "Yo, Trick, I need you to come out here, let me put my shit together. Got programs, some shit, whatever." And Trick called one of my mans and was like, "Yo, I'm about to go out here and put Maestro shit together, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't tripping. We can record if we want to record. I know Nutty fresh out and he ready to record." So we go out there and it's me, her, another one of my mans. It was about 7 of us. We was on fucking probably 27-mile Van Dyke to goddamn where. And Trick put, you know, him and Maestro put all the shit together. Took about an hour and a half, and then Trick put on that motherfucking beat. And that was her like, that's
Y'all
it.
went
Her like,
Gangsters Only.
Y'all went
that's it.
crazy.
And he had another beat too. just as powerful, but Herc was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then I end up saying the rap, and then Herc was like, no, say that rap for something else. I'm telling you, you gotta say that rap for something else. Just write something new right here, right now.
That's right.
And I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, fuck that. I'm fresh out. I'm ready to rap. I want to give him this energy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, what we gonna do with the song? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, whatever. He like, is it Trick Trick song? Is it our song? Trick Trick like, I don't give a fuck. We just gonna let's go. Let's work.
Nigga shit.
And then when Herc was getting ready to drop his album, Herc like, yo, we riding around. We got the shit playing in the hood. We got on CDs, and niggas like, because we had some people still got the raw uncut version. That raw uncut version was it was the same lyrics basically, but it was like
the same.
Yeah, it was
longer.
beating. It was beating a little harder. I changed up a couple words, but it was just raw.
Yeah.
And so some people still got that version, but when Herc dropped his album, he like, I'm about to do the album, man. I'm about to do my solo shit. I ain't got time to wait no more. Streets fiending, I'm about to drop. I think I'm putting Gangsters Only on it. I'm like, shit, go ahead. Let's go.
Yeah. So what is it like? You know, I think every rapper wants this moment, but what is it like to walk in the club and just every time you walk in the club, like every time?
That's something, boy. Ooh.
See, do it ever get old?
It don't get old. It's just the dynamic of the crowd change.
Yeah.
So you know, back when we was dropping that shit, and like you said, it's legendary. You can play certain songs right now, and they still gonna pop it. So I don't give a fuck where you at. But it was, you know, now we got the age where, you know, the same way the city riding with, you know, Babyface Ray and GT and, you know, Peasy and them and Mezzo and them. They was riding with us like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a legendary thing. But now you go in the club and you got a motherfucker that want to be, oh, that's J Nutty, huh? You know, he ain't, I mean, you know, because you got, they on drugs. So, you know what I mean? So you got a guy now that's want to basically probably like, man, fuck J Nutty, he ain't nobody, or, you know, versus when I was going in there back in 2005, 2006. Oh, J Nutty at the door? I could just walk up and say, hey, tell him J Nutty out here. And then any club, any bar, 06, the Super Bowl, we had Gotti and them down here. It was, you know, it was a real situation that almost popped off, but we was like in the mix. When they was charging niggas $500 to get in the club, I wasn't doing that, you know. And I had an entourage with me, so I love that part of it.
So let me ask you this, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all was like a Detroit Wu-Tang per se.
I was just about to say something similar.
A bunch of guys came together that could obviously have solo careers. Did y'all niggas used to ever spar with each other? Like, you know, who was your sparring mate?
Oh, listen, if you listen to it, I'm about to make everybody want to go back and get the albums again. If you listen to you go all the way back from the bottom up to Who Is Rock Bottom to the Blow album, we were always sparring. Everybody, it was always a spar.
Right.
It was always a, you know, who gonna outdo who? You know,
y'all niggas better come because I'm fresh.
I'm coming.
I'm fresh.
And to be honest with you,
That's how I am.
niggas didn't want to go behind her.
So that's why I'm going to ask you, if you won't say yourself, who the coldest nigga in rock bottom, if you don't say yourself. You know what? I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. It's 10 though. Give me top 3.
Because Blackface up there.
Give me top 3.
Blackface and Herc.
That's hard.
I mean, I think tell me if I'm wrong or not. Is Herc is an easy answer, or tell me I'm wrong or not. You know what I'm saying? But Herc is an easy answer for the top 3, right?
Well, Herc is an easy answer for a top 3 because for different reasons. You gotta understand when you asking me that, it's like you asking a fucking karate expert who's the best.
And then you know them niggas.
I know them personally.
Yes.
I know everybody's life. I know everybody real was not. I know, you know, the emotional side of people. So, cause T-Dot T-Dot is.
I love me some T-Dot.
T-Dot is cold. I ain't gonna
T-Dot
lie.
is
Got
cold.
And he
Man.
still
Big
cut
cold.
up.
T-Dot
He
got
go
big
it.
cold.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody got their own different element that they give to me. It's like you ask, you know, if you was to ask me, you know, who the best between Jay-Z, Nas,
Yeah.
you know, you name 10 rappers,
Yeah.
they all do something different with me because I'm an artist. But T-Dot is one of my favorites. I heard my
That's
favorite.
dope. That's dope.
Oh,
Duke,
yeah.
right by him, Duke. He can freestyle. He can do all of
I
it.
learned about Duke. I didn't know about it, but I learned about it.
If it ain't rock bottom,
B-Boy
take
and
the
Squash,
shit
them niggas
Yeah.
is playing.
Squash, I learned
Flame
squash.
from Van
Shout out
Dyke.
to Rock
Squash
Bottom.
from over there off Chalmers.
Yes.
Man, B-Boy from Dex, them boys can go too.
So y'all was squatted.
Yeah, so you gotta think. I'm looked at as a legend, and I'm going in there, and you can't play with these boys, man.
See
You
what
got
I'm
Hurt,
saying?
you got Tango. Tango gonna give you some.
Right.
He gonna make you.
Right, they
stand
gonna give
out.
you energy, so you gotta go in there with all of. We always was sparring. It was a constant
you got
spar
a lot of
battle.
energy on
I
your
think
shit.
that's what bring the best out of every artist. When you
That
got
is real energy
like when
on your
Cuz
shit.
come with a song, he know I'm listening to his bars. He going some, he talking. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to have to come in here.
Yeah.
Now I'm warming up like we about to go boxing or something.
Yeah.
That's sparring.
That is,
Yeah.
you sparring. We was sparring all the time, and Hurt and Tango was, you know, because Tango was very, very competitive in there. You know, and Hurt was, you know, I'm an OG as a shit. I do this shit.
Definitely.
They was sparring. My brother, shout out to Keyshawn, my brother used to always come. I ain't bullshit and play a song and be like, you don't hear Hurt and Fabricate battling on this shit?
They go.
I'm like, what? He like, yeah, they talk
He got
about
that
each other.
musical ear.
And I'm like, what? Like, he an overthinker. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
he came
What's
like,
his sign, by the way? I just gotta know.
fucking Leo.
Shit,
So he an overthinker.
Hey, question, man. Cause I'm always
Cuz
like,
you taking all the questions. I'm just
I'm
chilling.
excited,
I
dog.
just
You know what
got
I'm saying?
here.
Listen,
You know, I'm warming
listen. I'm always tickled, dog, when I see this nigga Hurt with his family and he's smiling. Like, how often did that nigga smile growing up, dog?
I mean, you know, Hurricane is mean as, you know, as he.
I know you ain't mean,
And
but he
his
don't
voice
smile.
can
Yeah,
also sound.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
a bad
like,
guy. He probably one of the strongest guys
He's
I
like-
know.
I was like, man,
Like,
that
literally,
nigga sound like
Him
that
and
for
Charlie
real.
Picasso.
Yeah. See them boys be
Hurricane
living.
Charlie Picasso. I put them in the room with 6, 7 niggas, man.
Damn.
damn.
And they gonna come out.
Clear it out.
They gonna clear it
They
out. They
gonna
gonna come
dog
out
walk
the
him.
victors.
He got that natural body
They gonna
frame
come out
that
the
just,
big-
it's like he came
Don't-
out
not-
like,
not- I'm-
please don't.
And I'm telling you,
test
I put
him.
them in there with not niggas. I'm saying not 7 guys, probably equally and big and strong as them. But I'm saying like you get 7 drunk,
Oh, and it's
dumbass
war.
young
It's
niggas.
war.
They gonna come out.
They gonna come out winning.
So
Like
they
not
for
just
real. They gonna
not they won. They gonna come out looking like they ain't got scathed, my guy.
off the whole ass niggas.
Yeah.
yeah.
They-
Off the whole ass niggas.
Charlie Picasso squat something like 685.
Damn.
Man.
Herc was in that bitch throwing a
Damn.
full 5.
Son, that's a
Man.
car.
But before all that,
Flip a
Yeah.
before
car.
all that,
Yeah.
they was naturally knocking people out. It was
That
always
part.
they was doing that before that.
Way before
Wait,
that.
this about literally physically. Cause I've been knowing Hurt like 25 years, and it seemed like he either grew up or it's just not in him. And when I say it's just not in him,
He just
he a
ain't
nice
seen
guy. He a nice guy.
Oh,
He
yeah,
don't-
man,
I
he
ain't
don't know
saying-
that part
I
of
ain't
it.
saying he won't. I'm saying it don't seem like he would knock nobody out though.
Oh
Oh.
Blackface
You know where he grew
Blackface
up
got
at?
a one-hitter quitter.
Blackface.
Blackface got a one-hitter quitter. You know, it's a long story ago.
Yeah.
I mean, but we was at the Palladium on 6 Mile. Remember the Palladium was rocking right over there? We had a show, and it was actually, it was a Hurt wife, and it was a guy, he would not stop. I said, man, you know, it's Hurt wife, bro. Big old dude. I'm like, yeah, man. You know, cause the dude, we didn't know him, you know, he was a fan, but he was, earlier that day, he like, Nutty, you know, I'm a fan, blah, blah, I just love the music, I'm here to support. And I'm like, yeah, cool. But I didn't know him. But he would not get off Hurt wife. I told him, and Blackface told him, and Hurt like, listen, man, it's my wife.
That's
You know?
important.
I said, no, you know, leave her alone. He would not stop. He came back 20 minutes later, and Blackface said, Nutty, $100, I knock him out.
Oh my God.
Damn. You had
I
to get
can't
that
take
money up. Or
I said,
you
you ain't
was
gonna knock him
do it.
out. I said, you ain't gonna knock him out. You gonna drop him.
I'm like, you like.
Oh.
Slapped him.
He knocked him out?
Boom.
Damn.
And dude was for 3 other niggas. He knocked him out so fast that dude looked like that he passed out or something.
Damn.
Dog.
They, security came
That's
and
that-
carried him out.
Was y'all wild? Was rock bottom wild? Like when y'all went out, was y'all wild? Was there some wild niggas in the clan?
Oh yeah, it's always that, And then you gotta look. We got all them different sets.
That's
linked
what
up
I was
on
gonna
this one
say.
night.
You said you are OG. Y'all are definitely OGs for sure. Like you got people from. That's something a major drug lord will do. We taking somebody from every city every time, put something together. That's some real shit right there.
And then you gotta think. We had times where the guys in our clique got into it. You know what I'm saying?
That
Had
type of
our
time.
words. Oh, Nutty, you be giving them little niggas too much room. Them niggas be
I was gonna
talking
ask
shit.
you that. Did y'all all get along all the time?
No, not all the time. But when we
Did
go
y'all
out.
keep it business professional when y'all
All the
went out?
time.
Yeah,
that's
but
what I was
we
gonna
kept
ask.
it business professional. But when we went
That's
out,
what's important.
you got to think. I got a big ass family, so I got. My daddy had 7 brothers and 6 sisters.
Okay.
All of them got kids.
Wow.
So I had a big ass family, and we would go out, and I got Van Dyke with me,
That part.
and I got my Woodrow niggas with me. They there to support me.
That part.
And then you got Flame, he from Van Dyke, and then you got the Dexter niggas, and they know us, and they there to support. We all supporting the same cause,
Right.
but it was time where our crews bumped heads, and we had to
Yeah.
get in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
who's
was
the
always had-
peacekeeper out of
the-
everybody?
Go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Who's the peacekeeper
Yeah,
out of
who's the
everybody?
mediator all the time?
Rock was really a mediator.
I love Rock. I love Rock.
Rock was a
You
mediator.
know, Rock was the West Side Cub. I coached both his twins at the Cubs.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a
That's how I met Herc and them at the games.
So Miss Rita had introduced me to her, took me right to his house and stuff. I knew his wife and stuff for a minute, but shout out to them because they just such a power couple. It's so inspirational. You can't help but love every post. I love every post that I see because that's what is the face of what our people need to see. Black love. Yes, and then
Shout out to
family,
Miko,
and
man.
then we get thicker and thicker by the minute. You know what I'm saying? Like the sibling rivalries, all the projects that came out. from
Shout out
all
to the Herc
different
brothers. They'll be up
avenues.
here next week.
Yeah, Baby Hurt.
Baby Herc, Big Herc, Young Herc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll be here next week.
Well, them boys got fire. Brazil
I
got
want
a
to
problem.
beat that nigga. I'm scared
They
to
got
beat
some-
that nigga, man.
Hey,
Fire in their belly for sure.
Nutty, did you get the name organically? Like, was you a nut growing up? Nut?
He was nut.
To be honest,
Wait till J Nutty get out.
my the name originally started on Van Dyke. I was on Van Dyke. I was acting, I was over there wilding out, and neighbors was pulling up, and guys from the OGs from the hood was telling my uncle like, "Hey man, send that little old nutty ass nigga back to the West Side, dog." But when I got on, it was a different story from Van Dyke to Woodrow Wilson. Our hood was grimy and gritty, but we had neighbors and respect and
Fact.
you know what I'm saying?
And
It was
they knew
kinda,
y'all.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of orchestrated. On Van Dyke, it was kind of a little like, okay, Corral, you get the bus in and you can bus and get the fuck on, and police don't ever come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On my neighborhood, it was old ladies and people that we respected, grew up with, that I didn't want them on the news like, oh, it was Jason. You know what I'm saying?
That type of time.
We had like a lot of respect. When I got to Van Dyke, it was kind of like going in this wild phase. And
And welcome to the jungle.
yeah, welcome to the jungle. And then
Yeah.
that was my type of time. So they was saying then, like, telling my uncle, take that little nutty nigga back to the West Side. He over here. He whipping that thing. He got that. He keep that.
You was a whipper, huh?
Yeah, he keep that motherfucker. So he keep doing, and it was at that time, I was in that space. It was
So,
okay.
out of everybody, when you done got nutty, who is the one that can calm you down? Face.
Shout out to Blackface.
Shout
Hey, I
out
was
to
gonna ask you
Blackface,
something about
baby.
Blackface too. Blackface is the father of Calico, another Detroit legend. Actually, Calico is one of my top 5. I don't give a fuck who you put in my top 5. Calico in there.
As
You know
far
what
as
I'm saying?
like everything.
I wanted to ask you, did y'all see his talent growing up?
Calico?
Yeah.
Man, yeah, birthed that. We
So
knew
you birthed
we knew that wasn't go. We knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, we knew that was gonna happen.
Word.
Calico was back then when he was spitting before he even did the battle, he was rapping. If you go back and listen to the Bootlegger's Dream album that me and Blackface did, Calico on a bunch of songs on that album. But we knew what he was. We knew what it was. Trick put Calico on the song
A lot
back
of
in.
people don't even know what a calico is.
Man, y'all, you
I had
giving
a
us a lot of
Calico.
Detroit history right now.
That was my
man.
first gun.
He's giving us a lot of
It's
Detroit
spin
history.
like this.
Cause I didn't even know
Start that bitch
that
up
Calico
some
was on those albums.
No, Trick put out a song. I can't remember what the song was. Trick had a song out and he put Calico on it. Calico. That's when Calico was young. It was on the radio too. It was Trick, Diesel, and Calico. And maybe something in general.
Now we gotta look it up. Somebody look it up, please.
But
please.
he
need to
put
know facts.
Calico on the song back then.
Word.
Calico was young.
Cole, that's my cousin.
What are those?
Yes.
Here's what I found.
Okay, so you keep saying I'm asking a lot of questions.
Okay.
Yeah, cuz.
Okay. Go ahead. We just gonna vibe with each other.
Y'all got me. I'm in this motherfucker high.
Yeah,
Y'all got
man.
me. I'm about to get an
Listen.
interview today.
J
Listen,
Nutty, I
man.
love your energy all the
Yeah,
time.
facts,
And
you
you
know what I'm saying,
performed at my
facts.
birthday 3 years ago, and that's still the most memorable birthday I ever had. I was right there with y'all, like I was
That was
performing with y'all.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Hey, from you getting locked up to like now, how has rap changed? Like, was you changing with it? Cause you could still be in there writing or whatever, but you know, what was rap like when you got out versus when you went in?
Well, when I went in, and I'm gonna be honest, when I went in, it was us. It was you know, you gotta think right before I went in, it was the Rock Bottom, it was Trick, it was Royce the 5'9", it was D12, it was Obi Trice, it was you know, Eminem was
Shout out
dropping
to
his
them.
shit.
Shout out to them,
Shout
man.
out to all
Shout
of
out to them.
all of my
Salute.
brothers. And then you had Seven the General doing his thing, and then Big Go was doing his thing.
Shout out to
Cheddar
Big
Boys
Go.
was doing his
I
thing.
know a lot of them personal
And Street
too.
Lords doing their
Big
thing.
dogs.
But none of us, if you think about it, none of us was trying to sound alike.
Facts.
It
And
was
none of y'all
fast.
do sound alike.
I just named all them groups, and I named, I named 40, 50 people. Trick and the Goon Squad.
Facts.
He was doing his own thing. He had the Everywhere We Go We Beef, and Everywhere We Go We Deep. And, YBI was out then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Esham, been a legend. None of us was trying to rap alike.
That's facts. That's facts.
When I came home, I heard a lot of people rapping alike.
Ah.
And I didn't know who was who.
That
what was
part.
what.
That part.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
That's the we
So-
hit it.
So how was I able to get in
Target.
where I fit in when I left and come back to this? Shout out to my brother Stretch Money. Stretch Money went through
My favorite.
a phase of that.
We love Stretch Money here.
Love
Yeah.
Stretch.
Shout
Look, his picture up
He
there.
on the album. He on my album. Me and him did got a bad motherfucker.
He'll be
And I
here
got on
next
his
week.
album too.
He'll be here
Five
next week.
Fingers of Death on his album.
Right.
And he on my song called How I'm Feeling on my album. But
I'm coming.
Stretch came home and was kind of in the same boat that I was. Like, what's
Facts.
going on?
Facts.
That type of time real.
You know, and people was like, well, Stretch getting mad and he this and he that.
But he wasn't a mad rapper though.
No, he wasn't a mad rapper.
Yeah.
It was just a different.
He was.
He like, nigga, go respect me.
Y'all, yeah, and they got to.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, the young niggas don't understand. Like niggas really worked and paved the way and put shit
Exactly.
together
Homage.
to make it even easy for niggas for you to go out of state, out of town, and they be like, "Oh, you from Detroit? Oh, now they want to hear you."
Right.
They don't know the footwork that y'all really put.
Put in.
Matter of fact, movie coming out. So, it's not official yet, but nah, just playing. But yeah, it needs to be out
Well,
here because
I see that
niggas
coming.
really
I
need
see
to
it.
see what type of footwork they put in.
And the reason why I see that though, because I was gonna speak on this too, because you kind of led me here. These guys are in the museum. Like when you go through the Detroit music, the museum down, the historical museum.
What was
You
it?
see
Detroit
Rock-
Institute of Arts.
Yes, you see Rock Bottom in there. They are a part of our Detroit history. How does
That's
that feel?
wonderful.
That was big. It they moved it to the first one they did it, they had us up front. They kind of like moved it to the back or something. Now But it was a lady from down there who was running around, who was trying to get the music part. They wanted more than just Motown, because they knew where to go get that. They wanted more than just the Motown artists or whatever. So they was like, we want some of the hip hop. So they was calling around asking who was down there. There's a lot of people down there. Lola Moe down there. There's a lot of us all down there. You know
he can drop a name all day.
I can drop a name. One thing they can say about me, I can drop names. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Ain't nobody gonna question what I do.
Facts.
Cause they know I'm standing on 10 toes down. It's principle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody was down there, and they did it. That was good to feel like that, because I was able to take my daughter down there. She was able to take pictures, and Power Move J, she rap now.
I was just gonna say, how old are the kids now?
Yeah, my daughter rapping now. She's 17, 18.
Ooh, is she cold?
Yeah,
is she cold? Don't just say that because you daddy.
Is she cut up like you?
She might be
better.
Yeah, a little female. She dope, bro.
Oh no, we need her on the interview.
Yeah.
I need some of her.
You gotta break her.
She dope. She actually off the album. Me and her song streamed 1.5 million.
Damn.
More than anybody's song on the album. I got Peasy on the album. I got Stretch on the album. I got Rock and Ghost. I got Herc on the album. I got Young Herc on the album. I got everybody on the album. Me and my daughter's song.
You missing the song with New Z.
Cause that's what I want to see. I need to see the video.
That's
Yeah,
we
me
missing
and my
the
daughter
song.
we about to do something called Daddy Daughter Dance.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
wait.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we doing
I
something
always
called
said
Daddy
that's
Daughter
something I wanted to
Dance.
participate in, but my daddy don't dance.
So she a problem.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what was that like growing up? Like, you're not here, well, I guess she was maybe too young, but when did she realize that, damn, my daddy famous?
Well, to be honest, it was kind of like a funny situation, because one of her teachers, my daughter, like one of my teachers knows. So, she like, he said he know you. And then the security guard that worked up there, she said she know you too. And I was like, I'm like, yeah, I would. I probably know. She like, no, Daddy, like, you gotta. She kind of like wanted me to. Yeah, she kind of wanted me to interact with them. And I'm like, oh yeah, she, it's probably nothing. She like, well, you ain't gonna talk to them? Right. Like, you ain't gonna do it. They like you, like, they fans. They love you, Daddy. And I was kind of like, it's normal. It ain't nothing new, She didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of fans, have you ever had any like overzealous, like crazy fans, like that you had to back up, homie, or?
Oh man, listen, I gotta say this. I respect women to the fullest. I never ever in my life violated women or did anything inappropriate to a woman to make her feel uncomfortable. But when girls grab your ass, man.
What you what? What?
Girls grab, like, walking through the crowd.
You
Grab
grab
my ass. It's not a good feeling. I kind of like, yeah, like girls and did it. And I was really in there like,
shit.
Oh, this all cold. I would.
Like, all right, now y'all doing too much.
Yeah, like, come on now. I would never. That's why I don't do that to women to this day.
That's that.
Did you stay in the middle of everybody after that?
Yeah, I mean, I still, because you kind of like.
Now, you made me think about the one video of Busta Rhymes turned around and hit the girl.
Yeah.
Threw some pop
It is not a comfortable feeling. I swear to God, it's not. And I got, it got done like, one girl saw another girl do it, and it was kind of like.
Now they all want to do
it. No.
That's funny.
Wow.
But
what state was that in? Where was
that was in Flint.
It sound like y'all.
It was in Flint.
I just playing.
Hey, so name some places like
you gonna drop them
What?
like again, we think you legendary here in Detroit or whatever,
know you
but
legendary.
name some places that you've been, some stages you touched that we might not know about, like Madison Square or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Name some places you've been.
Oh, you said stages.
Yeah.
Stages.
What's the nicest or the one you had the most memorable experiences?
To be honest with you, though, the one I had the most memorable experience was here. Was the Heart. That was a Heart Plaza. That's when the Summer Jam was for free.
Word.
Oh yeah.
We started that. We helped birth that.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the biggest ones because it was free and it was like the biggest crowd.
So
we
you know
had
everybody
crowd
really coming.
participation.
Yeah.
And Cash Money was down here. They performed down there with us too. And it was Cash Money. It was Juvenile.
I might have been there.
It was Juvenile, BG. It was everybody, but we rocked it better than anybody.
I bet.
Of course.
Of course.
We rocked it
Of
better
course.
than anybody.
Which y'all did that? No.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I honestly thought nobody in the industry could fuck with y'all. Like as far as like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't taking away from nobody. But y'all niggas was the shit to me, bro. I feel like everybody should.
Man, another thing, a historical fact. At one time, I want to say it was probably about 04, 05, we was played on the radio more than any independent artist at that time, independent label, even No Limit.
Damn.
Even Cash Money, we was played. We was in heavy
That's
rotation.
success right there.
For sure paved
A lot of
the way
people don't know
in
that.
Detroit for the
So
what?
independent
So,
rappers.
like,
So many artists right now
Why y'all
are just
like-
striving to get to that position.
Well,
And
yeah.
so many artists is striving to get to that. I mean, just to have a taste of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you already plan on saying, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, this is my career, or how did it just I mean, I know you had the influence and Herc, like, let me hear something, you know, type of time, but when did you say, this is my career?
In I want to say 2004, 2005. Might be 2004. We brought Nas, and we had Nas open up for us. That was another thing that the bottom did when we set the bar as you know, bring an artist. If you ever pay attention to it, we always had artists open up for us because they was coming to our city.
Yeah.
We the headliners. Y'all open up for us.
That type of time.
That was Nas. Nas did it. Scarface did it. Rick Ross did it. And we always made those people open up for us, keeping us as the headline. And when we brought Nas, that show Nas performed. We brought Nas.
That's
It
one
was
of my
sold.
favorite artists.
It was sold out. You know, he one of my favorites too.
Oh my
Oh,
God. You know
Nas.
about Project Windows?
Yes, yes.
That's fine. Him and Dog Isaac.
Yes.
Oh, actually, he brought. It was Nas, and he brought the guy that did that one song with him. That the guy did a song with Nas. He brought. I can't even think of the song, but Nas brought him with him.
Okay.
And Nas opened up for us. It was a hell of a show. And I'm talking about it was a banging show. But my mama, my daddy, both of my aunts, and one of my uncles came to that show.
Everybody was there.
Yeah, and it
Now
was
that's
like it
support.
was a real show because it was. I think we was at the state. We was at the Fillmore, and my mom and them was up where they could be safe. And
Yeah.
it was controlled. We had the security. We had everything there, and my mom and them got a chance to see me really rock.
That's
My mama
wonderful.
Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
My aunties Christians, and they like
That's for them
they
to
came.
come.
Yeah.
So when they came and they rocked it, and they got a chance. My auntie was like, "You come live on stage."
Yes.
Wow.
That show right there.
Damn.
With Nas, I got a chance to meet Nas. We took pictures with Nas. Redman and Method Man had another show down here prior, and they was already in town, so they rolled up Linwood. I mean, not Linwood, Woodward, and they saw Nas on the
Look at
marquee.
Method Man now. I mean,
Redman and Method Man.
Redman and Method Man.
They had a show somewhere
Movie
down
stars.
here already,
Stars.
and they rolled by and they seen Nas on the marquee, and they jumped out and they came in the Fillmore.
Wow.
And the crowd
Got
started
to.
running, and the girls
Got
were screaming.
to.
We thought it was something going on. We thought it was a fight or a gun or something.
It was just them.
They was running to go, get with Method Man and Redman. They took pictures.
Yeah.
They kept it real. Took pictures. We seen Nas on them.
Yeah.
Flyer. We came to represent our New York homie. Blah blah blah.
That was
They
dope.
took pictures
Oh my
and jumped in their
God.
limo and pulled off. So that
Fire.
show right there.
Oh my
I know
God.
that
It hit
shit
different.
was lit.
Hey, that
Oh
sound like that
my
would have been
God.
dope.
He was like, this
I'm
hit
telling you.
Cause you like
That would've
looking
been
like,
it.
what's
I'd
wrong?
be
What's
like,
going on?
this
What's
hit
going
on
on?
me.
Oh, it's just these guys.
Redman and
Yeah.
Nas.
Let's go.
Redman, Method
So that
Man
show right
and
there.
Nas.
That show right there was.
And J Nutty.
Yeah.
And
That's dope.
That
Hey.
one right there. And your family was there. I mean, I can feel the
So-
energy from here.
So,
Yeah, his
so what's up for J Nutty? You know what I'm saying? I mean, can we see some solo projects? Do I see some features coming? What you been doing? Are you a retired rapper? What's going on with you?
I ain't retiring. I'm admiring the feeling that I get.
That's
But
what
Salute.
I just to be honest with you, I've been busy. It's just everybody doing their, with their projects or whatever they.
And your daughter.
My daughter.
That's a whole
That's my
nother.
diamond in the rough.
He said
Yeah.
some million views. That's all. It was
Yeah.
the million for me.
1.5.
1.5.
1.5 million. I need to see that so I can
And,
share it. Maybe you get 1.6.
And,
That's dope.
but I'm on Wine Project. I just did a song with Mike. Me and Mike got a song together. I got one with Bodie James. I got one with Obi
Bodie
Trice.
James.
Oh,
Bodie.
shit, he got legends.
I got,
Oh, yeah.
He got legends.
I got one with Obi Trice. I got
Shout out to Obi.
I did.
Shout out to Obi.
Who else? I did some more shit. I've been busy. I've been working.
What if somebody watching right now and they like, shit, I want J Nutty on my track. You know what I'm saying? How can they make it happen?
Man, you know what? To be honest,
Inquiring
They got,
minds
you
would
know,
like to know.
they can add me, at the real J Nutty, TheRealJ Nutty, and get at me on my DM or something. But I'm so real and so official, dog. If you got a banger, you got a beat that's so
See what
dope
I'm
like
saying?
that, and you about a Neho, I might, it depends on our
You might
energy, I
say,
might
fuck
come in that
it,
bitch,
just-
do something different for a motherfucker. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Just off the love.
That's
Oh, I
like
did
the
a song
time.
with my man Kilograms from the East Side.
Mm.
He had a show at Young Hurt had a show up at Big Daddy's, and I went up there to support. And Kilograms did a song up there, and I just love the song. I was like, damn, this is dope. And I got his number and was like, yo, give me a number, whatever, I'll fuck with it.
And man, that's dope as hell because I always say on the radio, man, you know what I'm saying? But nigga ain't name dropping you, you know what I'm saying? Or, atting you or something, you know what I'm saying? Because, this is a big ass melting pot that we in, you know what I'm saying? And, hey, nigga, I had a nigga sitting over here the other day, like, just burning my ears, but he just one more, Mo, just one more. And it's like you're not listening to me when I'm trying to tell him, brother, shit whack, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, like,
And I'm a critic, so I'm gonna say it. That's why I'm happy right now that you're sitting in my chair. 'Cause you
Yeah.
gotta be up there to sit in
gotta
my
be up
chair,
there to
Yeah,
sit in
I
the
got
chair.
baby.
I feel privileged. I'm privileged.
So, just wink, wink, throwing this in on the sidebar. What you think about a Jazz the Golden Child, J Nutty song? Coming
That's-
together.
That's easy.
Oh, okay. But never mind. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Now my whole day is
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just sip my wine.
Hey man, one more question really for me that's in my mind, you know what I'm saying? And I asked you like far as like any like future projects, do you like see any solo projects coming is what I wanted to ask.
Well, I did a solo project myself. I did Irrelevant. That's the one I told you my daughter was on and did the 1.5 million streams. I did Irrelevant. And
Congratulations.
that
What's her
was-
name again?
Power Move J. Shout out to Power Move J.
Power
Shout
Move
out.
J.
Shout out to Power Move J.
Shout
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to Dub Music.
You know by the name that she powerful.
That album, Dub Music, helped produce. He produced the majority of the songs on there. Hell of a got 2 on there.
Shout
I
out to my
got
dog Helen.
Olympic Knox from the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
He did one on there. Quarter Pound Music. He did one on there.
Oh,
And I
I'm
got
busy,
Stretch
bro.
Money. I
Shout
got
out to
Peasy.
Stretch.
Yeah, I got Stretch, Peasy, Hurt, Young Hurt, Rockin' Ghost,
Oh, legend.
Calico, Blackface, Power Move J, and whoever I'm forgetting. But I got everybody on the album, but I dropped it in the heart of the pandemic.
Okay.
So when I dropped it in the heart of the pandemic, I couldn't promote. I did the album release party. It was 1,500 people showed up. I gave free food, free alcohol.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It lasted the whole night.
Imagine that 1,500 people come and
They
show up
fire
at your
marshals
album
tried-
release party.
Fire
Yeah.
marshal.
Not
They
50.
tried to shut us down outside. Fire
1,500.
marshal tried to shut us down outside.
Ooh.
But my daddy is a retired
They
fire
try to
marshal.
shut you down.
Yeah, my daddy.
So let me ask you this.
So you had to plug
I had the
real
juice.
quick.
I had the juice
So you know
there.
what I'm saying? You had to use
Yeah.
your,
Hey,
you had to
Pops.
use your pool real
They
quick.
on bullshit, dog.
So let me ask you this. So if J Nutty wasn't a rapper, what would you be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, boy, this boy is cold.
He's a hustler.
If I wasn't a rapper, and let's just say
He's an OG.
keeping it
I mean, like, teacher or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I think I would have been a great firefighter. You know what I'm saying?
my father was a firefighter, so I thought I was gonna be a firefighter too. But I think I would probably be, if I would have did everything like I wanted to.
Oh wow, your father.
Damn.
Shout out to the heroes in Detroit. Shout out to
That's
all the
crazy,
wonderful
bro. That's
heroes
what I
in
wanted to
Detroit.
be as a
Thank you
kid.
for all the
Right,
fires y'all
right.
put out, all the lives y'all saved,
bro.
all the sacrifices that y'all make. And I'm a police officer's daughter, so you know what I'm saying. I already know that feeling. You know what I'm saying. You born a hero. You born a star.
My father. Shout out to him. That's my guy. My
Shout out to
greatest man
him.
alive. He was a firefighter, and this is a real true
Mr.
story. I
What's
gotta
his
give y'all
last
this.
name?
Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, but it's a real story. I gotta give you this real quick.
Yes.
I stayed on Woodrow Wilson and Highland,
Mm-hmm.
and the building on Woodrow Wilson in Cortland caught on fire. The top caught on fire, and the lady was screaming. So I came home, and I'm like, Daddy, the building around the block on fire. He like, for real? I'm like, yeah. I said they called. It sounded like the ambulance on the way. And he like, what building? I'm like, on Woodrow Wilson in Cortland. He like, the tan building. I'm like, yeah. People was in there. It was a regular hot sunny day. I never get this. I was like 10, 11, and he was like, the building was in court right now. I'm like, yeah. He like, the firefighter wasn't there. I said, no. He took off, and he ran out the house. He was cooking or something. He ran out the house. He ran around there, and he went up in the building, and he saved a lot of people out of that building. He brought them out, was bringing them out,
Bless you, Mr. Jackson.
bringing them out.
Man.
And he
Salute to Mr. Jackson.
he was in there so
bless
long. He was in there so long that this is a true story. The firefighters pulled up. This is crazy, real story. The firefighters pull up, and my daddy, best friend, is on the truck. And when he get out the truck, he look at my mama, and then he look at us, and he say, Jack in there. And he runs in without his gear.
On
He
the
busts up in there.
mission.
This is my
That's
daddy
a
best
real
friend.
hero.
It's my daddy best friend. He running there without his gear because he see us out there and we crying out because my daddy been in there 15 fucking minutes.
That part, so you
And
were
he ain't
like,
coming
where the
out.
fuck is my
So
daddy?
now neighbors is crying too because they like.
Right.
And he come out and there was another dude, Chris McCord, shout out to him.
He probably was holding his
He
breath.
was like my
trained.
sister, so he was like, "Your daddy in there? I'm about to go in there." And he tried to go in there and the smoke hit him and he came back out. He like,
Oh my God.
So my dad ended up coming out. Him and his best friend ended up coming out. They was straight. My dad
He a survivor and a
That's
He
soldier.
was looking at us like, what y'all crying for?
And he raised a beast.
Like, I know what I'm doing. You
I
know what
love
I'm saying?
that.
My dad did that.
What was going on in your
love
field
that.
when you seen that shit?
Coming out though. We thought he wasn't
Damn.
coming out.
Oh,
Damn,
That's what I
okay.
said.
We thought my dad wasn't coming out, and then he ended up coming out. He was kind of like mad at us, like,
That make you really
y'all ain't have faith in me,
appreciate
like whatever. My dad was
We
always
trying to let
like,
y'all know, look, yeah. So
7
you got it natural.
approximately 17 years later. 17 years later, this is a true story. My son get his hair cut by my dude not in that same building. And my son get his hair cut when we leaving out, there was an apartment on fire in the building. So I walked my son down to the car, started the car, went and got my boy cut hair and told him like, no, the building's upstairs on fire.
Yeah.
Now you a firefighter.
And we knocked on all the doors. And
Look at
everybody
you.
know the building was on
Look at
fire.
you.
I wasn't scared because I seen my
Detroit
daddy.
heroes.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch.
And my son was downstairs in the car worried the same way. It wasn't
Wait
till
till
years
you
later I
get
thought
out.
about it like, oh, this guy, it came into fruition.
It's natural.
I saw my daddy do the same building. I saw my daddy do it, so I wasn't. That's what we missing
That's
right now. The young niggas ain't
crazy.
seeing no daddies or uncles do nothing.
Yeah.
Real.
That's
They
crazy.
think they know it all.
Our
Yeah.
area.
They doing drugs.
So yeah, that's you put. I mean, right now we can do a whole special.
Yeah,
on
we
what
can
you
keep
talking
going.
about.
We can keep
Because
going.
that's
We'll never get our
We-
era back again.
But I gotta go to
And
New York.
listen, we the realest of the realest.
Right.
And right now, I'm doing everything I can to make sure my kids is the realest of the realest. Man, I'm orchestrating and I'm hustling and I'm bustling and I'm grocery shopping and I'm socks and
Showing them
shoes
real
and
shit.
here you go and make this bag. I'm out at
And we
all
gotta
hours of the night.
And to the ladies, we gotta be for real. This is like a major thing to me. I'm struggling with it between my nephews and my, guys from my neighborhood, the young boys. You gotta let the young boy be exposed to manhood in the form of fashion that even if it's a dude you dating and ain't his daddy, you gotta kind of like step back, because my child mother used to be like, ain't no other nigga say nothing to my son.
Right, that's weird.
But it was kind of
anybody can help anybody.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of women won't let other men say nothing to their son and cater to them. But these young boys is listeners, bro. It's bad. They don't study their predecessors. A lot of these young guys that rap, they think rap started in 2010.
That part.
That's why I say we'll never get our era back again.
No.
That's why we got. I'm happy with
80s
y'all doing.
baby.
Y'all not shut down. Y'all steady in the scene.
Still
y'all,
active.
Yeah.
And moving on to bigger
Telling
things.
y'all stories and
Everything that we done did, it just only exposes to more and more and more and more and more. Now we get deeper and deeper and deeper.
My daughter told me that she thought Will Smith, Ice Cube, and Ice-T was just actors. She didn't know they was rappers.
See what I'm saying?
Right, that part.
So I made her go back and I made her listen.
History lesson, real quick.
She fell in love with me at X.
And we gonna watch
she had
some
never
movies.
heard me at X. She fell in love with me at X.
I love her.
So now my daughter is rapping
That
in
part.
code because she studies the history.
Yeah.
See what I'm
Some of
saying?
these guys don't study the history on no level. The young guys don't study the history on the street code, on the women code, on the rap code, on the dope selling code. They don't study they don't care about it. There's no
Without the roots, it's nothing solid.
and they need that. They
Gotta
need the
take it
fathers,
back.
they need the
All
uncles.
my kids old school. Right now, my daughter just had me confused. She played Lil Wayne. She played Anita Baker. She played NBA Youngboy. She played rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like
all over the place.
it's all over the place because that's where the mental gotta be. You gotta educate your kids. This is your foundation that's behind you. You want your name to be solid. My name is. That's why I'm Jazz the Golden Child, baby. Because everything I do, my name gotta be golden.
Hey, so
J Nutty, it's been wonderful having you here. I feel like,
I appreciate it.
man, I love
And
to
then I'm gonna come
have.
back. I'm gonna bring Power Move J back too, man.
Oh yeah, let's get it. And we gotta get
so
an
you got
interview with your daughter.
you
We
coming
gonna
up
do
with like a
exclusive.
label or something?
Yeah, I got a label. I got Unlimited Entertainment. I already had NBC. That was Millionaire by Choice Entertainment. But I'm doing a new thing with Unlimited ENT. And,
So where's the studio? Like,
well, I fuck with Dub Music.
yeah, shout out to the music. I know you said he produced a lot of your stuff. Oh yeah, I heard some of it.
Lil David Ruffin over there. But they my in-house producers. They them guys I go to and I got an idea and they up jump and get on it. I can call her Helena and I got an idea. He just do it. Trick will do it. I call him when I got something that I might feel like Trick could bring this style of song type
right.
of, and he'll do it.
So that's like definitely conducting. That's like producing. That's writing. That's doing all that. Cause when you can hear a beat and be like, oh, we need so and so right here. We need some. That's just the whole element of music.
Yep. Because I when I got on my album, I got a song called Rock With You, and it's me and Herc on there, and we rapping to Freddie Jackson, Rock With Me Tonight.
Ooh.
And when I had the idea, I had the whole idea in my head. I had how I wanted. I didn't know exactly what we were gonna say, but I was gonna name the song Rock With You. So I went to Helen and I was like, yo, I need to redo this beat. And I gave Helen the beat. And I'll never forget, in the beginning, he was like, what you gonna do with this, Nutty? He said that when he got ready, when he was playing the beat, he like, what you gonna do with this? I was like, just trust me, Helen. Just do it for me. And he did it perfect. Even though he didn't see the vision, he did it exactly like I needed him to do it. And it turned out to be a hit. It's a ballroom and song. They love it. Everybody love it. That motherfucker hot. But that's because I got a producer like Helena that I can go and say, just do it. Even if you don't see the vision. And there's been times where I've been in a slump or not being able to have no ideas and the producers and help. I got a song on the album called Doing Greasy, Me, Calico, and Blackface. And the engineer took some shit that Calico was saying.
Amazing already. I want to hear some of this stuff.
He just took some shit that Calico was saying. I got an album. I got a CD for y'all in the car.
All right,
so hard copy. He took some shit that Calico was saying and made it a hook. And then it turned out to be a song. So.
Dope, man. Well, look, man, you know what I'm saying? We definitely, man, appreciate your time, man. You spending some time with us on 1634 podcast, man. Anything that we didn't touch that you might want to touch on?
What's coming? What's upcoming?
I got an album that I'm dropping at the, trying to drop in May.
Ooh, okay. Album out in May.
I got a bunch of shows booked already. I'm booked all the way up until like the end of July.
Ooh, that's a hell of a booking.
Yeah.
I'm about to drop my album.
I be booking week to week, every other.
Yeah. And then me and my daughter gonna do the Daddy Daughter dance.
That's gonna kill him right
That's
there.
the name of the project,
That's
right?
bringing back.
That's the whole project. It's like it's a 6-song EP.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Daddy
nice.
Daughter dance, and then I got some shit.
Yes.
Coming out. I ain't gonna even.
Who is doing
break
this
the
though?
spoiler
Ain't
alert.
nobody doing this.
That's why I love this era right here. They all doing
I got
That is
everybody.
shit, bro.
I got everybody from the bottom on the next project.
Word.
That's after my album, after Daddy Daughter dance.
That's what's
So
up.
I got a question real quick.
And I need one favor from you, Nutty. I need you to, if you can, give me, T-Dot, Blackface.
I thought you were about to say, give me a 16.
Oh, T-Dot, Blackface. I need them on the podcast.
If I give you a 16, you'll give a 16 after? Huh?
He feeling good, so he about that life. It's natural for him anyway, you
Let
know.
me see that bitch.
So my question of the day is, how can I say? Is J Nutty, okay, I know you're a brand, you got the label, say the label name again.
That's Unlimited Entertainment.
Unlimited Entertainment.
And Millionaire by Choice.
And Millionaire by Choice. I see J Nutty in movies. I just be going, I know I be off the scale sometimes, but that's what I see. And I just want to say, right now, I'm not charging for this information. I'm not going to come back later. But I need this dog-ass documentary, because I want all the younger people, like you said, some people don't know who Nas is, some of the kids don't know who the original. We can bring back real shit through hip-hop.
Teach their ass.
You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop is that's what everybody, you know what I'm saying?
You learned a lot from
that knowledge. I learned so much from hip-hop. I remember, you talking about Eshawn. I remember I got smacked in the head because I had to tape, listen in the bathroom. And I had Master P. My mama crushed that one. Because she like, I got you some gospel tapes. You know what I'm saying? This is what you need to do right here. So I used to, I had a different form of learning hip-hop. It was already in me naturally. My parents were poets and book writers and stuff like that. So, but I just want to say that every time I see you, you shine and your energy is great. Delivery is great. Do you do any raw vocals or have you got spoiled when you perform?
Oh, you saying?
Do you rap raw vocals now or have you got spoiled?
No, I rap. I'm gonna give them a show.
Okay.
Right, that's what I want to see, a show.
I can give them whatever they like, but I'm gonna always deliver. Sometimes I might go out there and open the show, acapella, if it's something that I feel like doing.
Ooh, I haven't seen that done in a while.
Yeah, I mean, you could be the first.
You gotta bring
you
all
could be
that
the first.
hip-hop back.
Hey, you could be the first on the podcast to give them 16. Looking into the camera. Looking into the camera right here, you know what I'm saying? If you're 16, you know what I'm saying? The real J Nutty. Hey, he got the most famous line in the city, probably in the world, waiting till J Nutty get out. You know what I'm saying? I told these niggas, waiting till J Nutty get out. You know what I'm saying? That gotta
And
make you
that's
feel
action
proud
right
all
there.
bad self. I
That's
told
not
these
talk,
niggas.
that's
We
action.
you a legend. We
Yeah,
legendary.
for real.
Your
appreciate
story,
it.
our story, our era.
And you so humble with everything.
Facts.
Like it's never been no pressure to talk to you. Know,
Facts.
it's always been
Ever
love
since I've been first
mutual.
met you. Facts.
It's never been
Yeah.
like, excuse me, can I? How do I talk to Jay? It ain't never been that. It's just always been real. Like your energy is you. If you see a motherfucker you fuck with, what up, though? Like, no, it's automatic love, and that's just real shit. That's an OG shit.
I think that really come too, cause you know, although I'm an artist, I was a fan at one time. Still a fan. I used to at one time. I'm still a fan of other artists, and not even artists from New York or Cali or anywhere else. I was fans of people that was from here.
Yeah.
That
So,
part.
I was a fan of B-Def and Poncho. I was a fan of Mossy Ski and them.
Word.
We digging deep now.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the Box. I was a fan of Rap Mafia.
On the
Yeah,
box.
Because that's why I said the youngsters
I forgot
don't.
about the box.
Give me five up to date that you fuck with.
Five up to date.
Up
From
today, like
From
today.
here, right?
New era artists. That's
I
what
fuck with.
That you recognize.
Well, that's kind of a tough question too because I'm still respected and connected. So I still fuck with a lot of people that people probably wouldn't think I still fuck with and I'm connected with. But like I said, I fuck with Mike the Long Way and Stretch and all the OGs. I'm connected with them. My name's good with everybody. I don't
It's
owe
just a
nobody
real
shit.
No, I
nigga
mean
sitting
like
out
who
every time
you
y'all
listen to,
around.
who would you listen to, who raps you like, who styles you like.
Peasy, I'm a fan of Peasy.
Shout out to Peasy.
Not on just the music tip, he's a real person. I
Ain't no switching
me
up.
and him have had a couple encounters, and he did some shit that, nothing but a real person.
The real niggas do.
Yeah.
Peas, I fuck with Peas, I fuck
Shout
with
out to
GT,
Peasy.
I fuck with Babyface Ray. All them young guys,
Yeah.
they pay homage. I go out and I hang with the Cash Outdoor Boys. We have nights out, we drink. I fuck with everybody, bro. So, but music wise, I listen to Peasy heavy. I listen to Babyface heavy. I like Baby Money.
That's dope.
Oh
That's
yeah.
dope.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Baby Money.
Oh yeah.
I just-
Everybody
like I
that
was
you
telling
name
you.
is so humble. Like literally, like Peasy gave me a shout out one time. Like this is my favorite security. Like he just boosted me up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody like, oh yeah, that's my favorite security. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. Yeah, shout out to everybody
I
that
fuck
you
with
name.
Bezo every time I see him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always fuck with Bezo and be like,
That's so smile is so
I make
amazing
him
to
laugh
me.
and be like, yo, you owe me a verse, dog. I told Bezo, I was like, you gonna blow up, dog. Give me my verse before you blow up.
That type
So
of
every time I
time.
see him, I'm like,
Let me
oh,
get
you
my
owe me the
hands
verse.
on
You
You owe me a
laugh.
verse, nigga.
That's our
Right.
inside joke.
Right. That's dope.
But I fuck with everybody. Los and Nutty,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Shout out to everybody in the city that's out here that's ambitious and motivating people and just doing it like fuck y'all. This is what we doing, and I'm gonna show you how to get this money. Ain't no switching up. You know what I'm saying?
People
So,
gotta I just advise everybody, and I hope it hit home. You gotta always remember that no matter what music, your style, your talent, whatever you do, if you rap, if you sing, if you play an instrument, even if you play the fucking harmonica, everything is energy and everything move off music. You can play. I play music for my weed plants. You play music for a newborn baby.
I keep fucking hearing that, dog. People playing music for their plants, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
keep
real.
hearing that.
Because they living.
Yeah.
That's
They
true.
are really fucking living,
Look,
bro.
you know style. She over
I
there,
just had
yes,
this conversation last night.
They are living, bro.
Okay, listen. So now I just have to say something really quick about what you just said because when I went to Dominican Republic, I was all over. I stayed for 28 days.
God.
And music, okay, so I got some Latin in my blood. Music moved them so heavy. It moved us, but I'm saying like through their situations and stuff, I'm watching people that's picking through garbage and you know what I'm saying, I'm giving dollars out, I'm doing all type of charitable things and it made me so humble. I'm like, wow.
And music was their release.
Music was what they were doing. They were singing on the streets. They was playing
Because-
guitars. They was had their disco, playing their music. I mean, like everybody singing and humming, and everybody got a soul, a beat. You know what I'm saying?
And it
So,
made you feel like damn near everybody was happy.
Everybody was
Even-
happy. I felt like I was on a new atmosphere. I was not on this atmosphere. This atmosphere was way more aggressive. Even the dogs is friendly.
Yeah. Well, one thing, like I told you, one thing about music, if you play some music for a
It can
baby,
change everything.
a baby don't even know the words.
You can sing.
She don't know nothing. You can sing. You can sing a
Mhm.
cappella. A baby don't even know, but she know it sounds good, or he knows
Right.
it sounds good.
Right.
And you
feel
cannot
music from here,
deny
that's how you
her
know it's good music.
from what
That's
she
right.
felt
When you
from
hear
that
it, it's
music.
like
You know what I'm saying?
cry from good music.
Yeah, I used to
I remember riding
dance
around.
and sing with my daughter, and she still play the same song, Alicia Keys' song, "I Wanna Rock with You." I used to. It's like a long ass song. It's like 5 minutes or something. But I used to dance with her the whole time. She was a baby all the way. She got us. She still remember. She still play it. That's yeah.
Kids gonna rock to it. Animals move to it. Everything
what
can
I'm
move
Every
to
living
music.
thing.
Every living thing can move to music. You even see like on videos, you see the fucking inchworm on a log. It look like he dancing to music. Animals are dancing to music because that's a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And no
Everybody
matter
on a
that's I
different
just invite
frequency.
everybody to just do whatever you do
Oh,
because
that's my plan.
your level of success
Get my DNA.
ain't nobody else level of success. No matter what it is that was success for you, might not be success for me. But I'm glad that it was your success.
Right.
You know, some people goal was just to graduate from high school. Some people goal was to go further.
Right.
Some people goal was to be a painter or artist, whatever it was. Your level of success is different
We all
because
on different frequencies.
everybody on different levels of, and mentally. Like my thing was that I'm about to do a song with my daughter.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm ready about to do a song with my daughter.
Wow.
And she not just, I'm just doing a song with her. She really like, I'm nervous that this little mother got bars like this.
Right.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
you gotta bring it.
She just came
She
out
don't
of
know.
nowhere.
Like I told you, I come from the competition, so I'm
Yeah.
looking at her like,
you gotta bring it.
Yeah.
She just come out of nowhere, like, and just bring it on you, or like
You
You
did
saw it
know was
coming.
in
You
her?
saw it coming.
well,
Yeah.
I had got indicted like in 09,
Okay.
and I had went back to the to prison. She had like a little rap. When I came home, they like,
She had a little rap then, just a little
yeah,
rap.
she was had a couple little raps, and they was sweet and cute. But when I came
Aw.
home, they like,
She
you
got
gotta hear,
experience it. She got shit to talk about.
you gotta hear.
You gotta
And
use
then
the
I started
microphone
listening.
when you
I'm
talk.
like, oh, this girl is a problem. But that all come from the energy, you know, that she got, that she see the vibration. You gotta, like you said, everybody on different frequencies. So that music
Wow.
become, you know,
That's
Oh,
dope
yeah.
to see your kid
Yeah, that's dope.
following in your footsteps and cold. And it's just, I can't wait to see the outcome of this. I cannot wait. I'ma just keep
and I admire that she not scared.
Yeah,
She not nervous. We
that
did,
confidence is everything.
last year we did the Inkster Fair. We performed. It's about 3,000, 4,000 people there. That
It
was
was
her first.
kids and
That
stuff
was her
there?
first big crowd. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was her birthday, and she did it, you know, for the
It was
mayor.
how many people?
It's about, it rained, so it's about, it was estimated to be 7,500. After it rained, it was like
For
3,500.
her first show?
Her first
And she
big show.
jumped out there like that?
Yeah, she did it. It
Wow.
was her birthday, and Inkster rock with her. The mayor had called, you know, had asked me and her to,
Shout out to Inkster too.
and
God
then
bless.
Helliva
him.
went with me, and DJ BJ was there. And we, my daughter
Oh
got a
yeah,
chance to
shout
rock.
out to him
That was
too.
her
I've
first
been in his studio.
big crowd.
Shout out
So-
to Deep Water.
Facts.
Water.
Shout out to the mayor, Mayor Inkster too. We coming, but we're gonna do it again this summer too.
Oh yeah. Do
Mayor
they
and
still
the
do that
commissioner.
parade?
Hey,
Yeah.
Actually, this was the third day. Of
Oh,
that parade.
okay. See,
Because they
yeah.
had lost their budget for all that. So last year was since the pandemic, the first time they got their budget back.
Right.
to do it.
Everything.
All right,
they
man.
do.
So before you get ready to get up out of here, man, we wrap this thing up, man. I'm gonna need the official J Nutty drop. You know, Sound 2 Nation 1634 podcast. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can start any minute.
Oh, whenever I'm ready.
Anytime.
Yep.
Shout out to the 1634 podcast. J Nutty officially in the building. We going all night, and it's on forever. We family.
Baby, we locked.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, I personally, man, from my heart, man, you know, if you look around, it's pictures of everybody. I got a picture with you that I took with you, I think with Big Hurt and a couple other people that it was in my car because it's Inspector, what's his name, Deck. Big fella Deck. Big fella Deck is in the picture too, so I was showing him, but you know, you officially, like you said, family here. I gotta get you on the wall here, man. You're a legend.
Please
I
sign
love
on.
me. Listen,
Please
listen.
sign my picture.
Hey, J
I'll be
Nutty,
happy
if
as
you
hell.
know, hey, J Nutty, if you know anything about me, man, I love, like you said, these younger people don't really get into the history. I love the history of, because I'll be 48. So I can take you back to the Boss days, to when we had the box on TV and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you are a cemented part of history, bro, it's an honor to have you here, bro. Thank you, man.
Thank you, bro. I
Yeah,
appreciate y'all, man.
Privilege, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Privilege.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But, you
Could
know,
be anywhere in the world, but you're here, man.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never a phone call away, man. Y'all
And time is the
Send
most
me that beat.
valuable thing
Send me
that
that beat.
we don't possess. So
New
this
Zealand, send me that beat.
yeah, hold on.
Send me that beat.
Don't give
Yeah,
me
go
the
on,
we
come on.
work. You start working tonight.
The
Hey,
fuck,
we
right
don't
now,
play with
I'm
it. Right
ready.
now,
You
right
got
now,
somewhere
right
to
now,
be.
right now.
You lucky you got somewhere to be.
I'm leaving out of there. I got my flight leaving like 6:50, man. I'm going to New York.
Oh, well, safe travels to you
Facts.
and blessings to you and your
Facts.
family, and thank you for
Yes.
doing everything that you done
Yes.
did and accomplishing all this shit that you done accomplished, and appreciate having you and seeing you around and seeing you humble and
Yes.
still active, still growing.
And,
More
and clearly we ain't
projects,
seen the
bigger
best yet.
things.
The best, you still got the best to come.
And I feel like you still got a lot of spark in you.
So, hey man, we out of here.
We out of here. Thank you for viewing us. Sound Tooth Nation 1634 podcast with J Nutty, Moe DaVon. He is the CEO, and I'm Jazz the Golden Child, the president. You already know J Nutty, he in my chair, so you gotta be up there to sit in my chair.
We cutthroats. I'll jack you for your cutty, get out. And we real hot, we waiting in this yard till right.